Yo, what's up, gamers? So earlier today, I'm in the break room, right? And Gary from IT is trying to sell his old PS4. Now, normally, that's a take it or leave it situation for like $150. However, this man is asking for almost $1,000. So I look at him like he tried to sell me a broken vending machine as a collector's item, and I ask, what makes this thing so special? He leans in, dead serious, and goes, don't update it, don't reset it, and whatever you do, don't delete what's on it. Now at this point, I'm thinking this console either comes with a ghost or a lawsuit. So I ask him what's on it, and he just says one thing, PT. And yeah, if you know what that is, you already know this isn't a normal console. But if you don't worry, I got you. Because this right here, this is exactly what ends up in the Janitor files. And if you're new, this series is all about the stuff the gaming industry quietly leaves behind. The weird stories, the lost projects, the things that don't get cleaned up properly, and somehow just sit there like nobody wants to deal with them. This is the stuff you find after everyone else clocks out. And PT, this might be one of the strangest ones. Because back in August 2014, something showed up on the PlayStation Store with zero explanation. No trailer, no announcement, just a download called PT, listed under a fake developer, 7780s Studio. And the only warning? Avoid playing if you have a heart condition. That's not a game release, that's a red flag with the download button. And of course, everybody clicked it anyway. Now before we go any further, if you like digging into the weird gaming mysteries like this, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and let me ask you this, what's the rarest or weirdest game you've ever owned? And did you ever regret getting rid of it? Because after this story, you might start looking at your old games a little differently. Because what people downloaded wasn't just a game, it was something way stranger. So go ahead, let's grab a mop, and step into that hallway. So you downloaded it, you booted it up, no menu, no tutorial, no objective. You just wake up in a hallway. That's it. One door, one direction, no explanation. And outside the game, still nothing makes sense. No developer history, no credits, no connection to anything. That's like showing up to work and there's a brand new hallway in the building. No blueprint, no sign, just good luck. And the deeper you go, the worse it gets. That's because the hallway loops. Same layout, same path, but every time you go through it, something changes. A light flickers differently, a door opens that wasn't open before, the radio starts talking like it knows something you don't, and the game never explains any of it. No hints, no prompts, just enough change to question your own memory. Then there's Lisa. You don't always see her, but you feel her. Sometimes she's behind you, sometimes she's watching. Sometimes she's already been there the whole time. Now I clean empty buildings all the time. They don't breathe. This one did. And that's when people realized this wasn't about gameplay, it was about control. Or more specifically, you not having any. Now here's where things get wild. The game doesn't tell you how to beat it. At all. To finish it, you had to trigger a chain of super specific events. Stand still at the right time, listen for certain sounds, time movements perfectly, even speak into your mic in some theories. None of it was obvious, so the internet did what it always does when confused. It turned into detectives. Forums exploded, streamers teamed up, people teased everything, and after days of trial and error, someone cracked it. The locked door finally opens, and the truth drops. This wasn't just PT, this was a teaser for Silent Hills. Hideo Kojima, Guillermo del Toro, Norman Reedus. That wasn't a demo, that was a trap. And everybody walked into it smiling. So now expectations are through the roof. Silent Hills is about to redefine horror, but behind the scenes, everything falls apart. In 2015, Konami and Kojima split. Internal issues, creative differences, corporate decisions. And just like that, Silent Hills is cancelled. No release, no follow-up. They built the front door, then deleted the house, which means PT, that hallway, is all that's left. Then things get weirder. April 2015, PT is removed from the PlayStation Store. No warning, no countdown, just gone. And here's the part that changed everything. Even if you owned it, you couldn't re-download it. Once it was deleted, that was it. Gone forever. That's not taking out the trash, that's wiping the entire room and locking the door behind you. That's when PT becomes something else entirely. Not a game, but a ghost. The only way to play it now is if it's already installed, so PS4s with PT on them, it's only worth hundreds, even thousands. Listings started popping up on eBay, saying things like do not delete, PT included. That's not a console, that's a time capsule. Meanwhile, fans are still trying to build it. PC versions, VR versions, Unreal Engine creations. Close, but never the same, because the original's still locked in this weird space where it exists, but only for the people who never let it go. You'd think it would come back as a remaster, a re-release, something, but no, the industry just moved on, with new Silent Hill projects, remakes, new games, because even though PT disappeared, its design didn't. You can see pieces of it everywhere. The tension, the minimalism, the idea that horror doesn't come from fighting back. It comes from not being in control. After this dropped, horror games started getting a little more uncomfortable. Less action, more why do I hear breathing behind me with no one there. Developers realized real quick, you don't need monsters jumping out every 5 seconds, you just need the player questioning their own sanity. Different studios, different teams, same nightmare fuel. It's like PT walked into the industry, messed with everybody's head, and then dipped without saying goodbye. So what is PT really? It's not just a horror game, it's proof of 2 things. First, you don't really own digital content, you just have to access it, until you don't. Second, you don't need a full game to leave a mark. PT had no marketing, no roadmap, it just spread because people felt something. Confusion, fear, curiosity. That's the kind of mess nobody cleans up. That's the kind people keep coming back to stare at. And years later, people don't talk about what PT was going to be, they talk about how it felt. So now I'm back in the break room staring at Gary's PS4. Same warning, don't delete what's on it. And yeah, now I get it. Because this isn't about the console, it's about the fact that something this big can just disappear, and the only people who still have it are the ones who never let it go. Meanwhile, Gary's over here treating it like the family heirloom. Passed down for generations, do not press uninstall. Well, that's all I have. I gotta bounce. If you like digging into the stuff the industry quietly sweeps under the rug, hit like, hit subscribe, and stick around for more Janitor files. Because apparently, I'm not cleaning up messes anymore, I'm finding the ones nobody talks about. And let me ask you this, if you had PT installed right now, are you keeping it forever? Or are you risking it just to see if you could ever get it back? Gary's still trying to sell that PS4 to me, and honestly at this point, I'm starting to think I should have bought it. This is Scruffy the Janitor signing off. Peace out.